Hey folks, how you doing? This is Jeff from This Week with JTT, live from Johnstown, Pennsylvania. It's Saturday night. And I got another set of jelly beans, like the one you saw before at Starburst. This one here is Sweet Tarts. Yeah, these guys. Yeah, I love these guys. They taste good. Hold a sec. Drop one on the keyboard. Nice. You barbarians. They don't drop anymore. Well, while I eat these, one by one, of course, we need to have a talk. Yeah. I need to have a word with the millennials and Generation Z and any of the future generations that come back and talk trash about Generation X. See, set this up correctly now. Okay. For starters, I am part of Generation X. And I heard a whole lot of trash talk about Generation X ain't worth crap. They don't get to get away with stuff. They're this, that, and the third. So, number one, before any of you new jacks, you new generation start running your mouths, do yourself a favor. Sit down, be quiet. You don't earn the right to look at us and say, you guys did this, that, and the third. No. We were made to take accountability when we were kids. We have no choice but to take accountability. We take accountability or catch a beating. Shoot, belt, switch, whatever they get their hands on. We take accountability whether we like it or not. Male and female, yes. As of lately, though, the females been getting away with a lot of murder because when it comes to accountability, they're allowed to slide like crazy, while the males had no choice but to accept. First two JBs. But, oh yeah, what else goes that we different? Number one, Generation X, we're the last tough generation. Everybody else is getting softer and softer, but this new generation is painfully soft. How soft we're talking? I'll tell you how painfully soft. Us Generation Xers get thrown with your mama jokes every day except for Saturday and Sundays, unless you meet the same punk-like kids outside that are not in school. Like say, in school, you get thrown your mama jokes 5 times a week. Bare minimum. Unless you see them outside, you know, that's all you get. But you're guaranteed to get thrown your mama jokes, especially in school. And we would have a meltdown, of course, get ticked off. It's our mama, of course we're going to get ticked off. To talk about our fathers, we're going to get ticked off too. That, I can see why you have a meltdown. You know what your generation get a meltdown over? They, them pronouns. I repeat, one of the few things that get you people of this new generation to have a meltdown, they, them pronouns. They say like, oh, you got to be more inclusive. Or if you don't say the proper pronouns, it's considered hate speech. It's considered violence. I'm like, and these people, as they say with a straight face and with conviction. My thing is this. You're either a he with an XY chromosome or a she with an XX chromosome. If you chose to be a male to identify as female, knock yourself out. But at the end of the day, if the doctor would check out your chromosomes, it's still going to be XY. I repeat, for the males. If you choose to identify as female, guess what? Your chromosomes are still going to say XY. As for the women, and I know a lot of women love to say that you're masculine, you're male. Guess what? Same deal. At the end of the day, your chromosomes are going to be XX. I repeat, to the women who want to try to identify as male, your chromosomes still going to say XX. And don't give it this, well, it's a social cut. No. All of a sudden, you try to be a science denier. What was that energy during the season of COVID, which, by the way, they say treat that like you're supposed to treat the flu. Yeah, you should have brought that energy to treating COVID like the Black Plague of death. Because of COVID, a lot of people lost their jobs. Because of COVID, a lot of businesses were shut down. Because of COVID, a lot of kids lost a lot of time from school and was forced to be homeschooled. But unless you're part of the elite, the part of the political class, You can do whatever the heck you want. You could dine wherever the heck you want. You can still go to school. Oh, I forgot. These leagues have private tutors. Unbelievable. Mm. And while I'm at it, about transgendered, Leah Thompson. People say, like, well, she should compete in the women's swimsuit. Okay, number one, that's a dude. I don't Leah Thompson is a man trying to pass for a woman. He's a transgender version of Philip Phelps. And Mr. Phelps, I apologize. This is not a dig. This is not a diss. This is not a slander against you. It's not. Because this person is clearly male, built like a male. It turns out in women's swimming, he's destroying the competition. But that's okay. So I got a question. Why can't you have a separate transgender league? Yes, even a playing field. For example, the world champions female soccer team got destroyed by a bunch of teens. Well, young males destroyed them. That should be proof enough why you should keep women's sports separate from men's sport. Keep them separate. And that idea of sharing a locker with a male, your woman fought hard to have your own separate things and all that stuff. But yet you're going to have like someone like a transgender community who's not fully, someone who, my thing is this though, have a separate bathroom for the transgenders to be no question, no debates, and for the safety for the women and young girls. There was something in the news, I got to post that later on, and I think it might be in Pennsylvania, about this young girl who's the type of this transgender boy took a Stanley Cup and beat her by the head so violently she was bleeding profusely. Now, mind you, it's a Stanley Cup, not the same type of size Stanley Cup that that national champions win, but still, the Stanley Cup is usually made of metal. You must have taken Brad's nuts to that poor kid. But some for reason, you didn't hear too much about it. The board actually tried to keep it on the down low. Really? Guess what? They're going to make national news. Plus, I can promise you this, the young girl who got attacked, definitely was sent to the hospital, her mom, her dad is going to sue, not just the school. No, that's not enough there. They're going to sue the city. They say this is crap. And you know what? That's giving parents reason to homeschool their kids. So to all the parents, even though any companies that does homeschooling, invest in it seriously, because that might be the next thing in the future. Parents go homeschool their kids. Why not? You're forced to do it during COVID. Let's keep this thing going. But here's the thing. If parents go to homeschool kids, all the tax dollars should never go to board of education. Never. If a parent got to take their kid and homeschool them, all the monies that can be taxed for the board of education should go straight back to the parents to help homeschool their kids. Just saying. But, hold on a sec. These jelly beans are good. Shaming me, but they're good. Oh, trust me, folks. I'm just getting started. I just got started. But that part of it is over. Next. I start by saying this. You know how you ladies love to say, sprinkle, sprinkle? The men have responded. Been responded, and a lot of you women, I'm not happy about it. And I say it 2 words. Drizzle, drizzle. For a long time, women got this overinflated self-worth. I'm worth taking to a 5-star restaurant. I'm worth for you to pay all my bills. I'm worth you flying me out all these different places with some friends of mine, etc. So I make these unusual and unreasonable demands. And the funniest things, like, you women got this obsession with saying, like, I deserve nothing but the best. I deserve the princess treatment. Gee, I blame Lori Harvey for that mentality. I blame the sprinkle lady for that mentality. I blame the Kardashians for that mentality. And I blame the women on TikTok and Instagram for that mentality. Finally, the men are fighting back. The men want the same thing you want. But for some funny reason, the moment the men does it, this is what you women say. I mean, you modern women, you modern feminists. You hear what I said? I wasn't stuttering. These are words you describe men who are in the sprinkle mode. Not sprinkle. This is how you describe the men who are down with drizzle, or the soft guy era. These are words you would describe them as effeminate, very feminine, gay, soft, zesty. And reality is, these men are not turning gay. These men are not zesty. These guys ain't soft. You know what the men are doing? They're holding a mirror up to your faces to prove how delusional you sound. You will hear the funny irony. There are some women who caught on. I understand that. They're not bashing, the soft era guys. They're not bashing the drizzle. They're not. And the funny thing is, that scene that coming a mile away. They say, like, ladies keep messing around, it's gonna come back to bite you, and it is. So, number one, but the thing is, women say, like, that's the only thing that's gonna annoy them. No, it's not the only thing that's annoying you. You got this mentality like, oh, men need us. We do need you, but not that desperately. Keep that in mind. You see, it's a whole planet out there. There's a whole world out there. Let's hear it for the internet. You see, you're modern women who refuse to be traditional. Why your women don't refuse to be traditional, but you pretty much demand the men that be in the traditional roles. You refuse to acknowledge your traditional roles. So the men got some choices to make. And I hope every male within the sound of my voice hears this. Number one, you could be this weak-willed beta male simp and bend the knee to these modern women. To all you men who bend the knee to these modern women, to these sprinkle women, guess what? You pretty much bow the knee to these women. Like, let me show you what I'm talking about here. Because when I saw this, I'm going like, you can't be serious. Because to me, that's pretty hilarious. Because you're pretty much saying you deserve these modern women, these modern, evil, lazy women. Plain and simple.
Listen, some of y'all men are going to have to settle. Okay, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but everybody cannot have a perfect man. There's not enough perfect women to go around. And even if there is, they don't want you. And in addition to that, some of us evil, lazy women, we want love and affection too. Like, everybody can't get a kind, caring, loving woman. Some of y'all are just going to have to settle for us evil, lazy women. And while we're at it, we can just go ahead and put that 50-50 conversation to rest. Some of y'all are going to get 80-20, 100, -10, meaning some of y'all going to have to pay the bills and cook and clean. Some of y'all going to have to pay the bills and clean, and all she does is cook when she feels like it. And some of y'all men, y'all just going to have to do everything. Y'all going to have to do everything. Y'all going to have to pay the bills, cook, clean, and her primary focus is making sure that her children are taken care of. Also, but you actually also going to have to help with that too. So yeah, my point is, I know a lot of y'all men want kind, loving, caring wives, but they don't want y'all. And so y'all are going to have to settle for us evil, lazy women. And y'all just need to accept it. Listen, a lot of the good women that wanted to be wives and be nurturers, a lot of them are already married. What does that leave left? Some of y'all are just going to have to take us evil city girls. Okay, some of y'all are just going to have to take some of us hoes and leave us as hoes, but we just wives. You know what I'm saying? Like, some of y'all are just going to have to settle. You can't have your cake and eat it too, is my point. Like, you can't have the best of the best. Sometimes you just got to get what you got and be happy and be grateful. Come on now. Okay, like I said, the evil, lazy women like myself, we want love too. And some of y'all, we're your options. And we don't cook or clean. Come on now.
To all your men who feel you have no choice but to deal with the evil, lazy women, guess what? You just looked at your future. That is your future. To all your men who refuse to put on your big boy pants, put on your big boy boots, and say, like, you got to do something, that is your future. Yes, that is your future. Seriously. But that's option one. Option two, be about your purpose. Be alone. Enjoy your peace. Enjoy your sanity. In other words, though, you go to work, deal with the people at work, come home to a nice quiet place. You can watch whatever TV show you want without stress. Take a shower, have a drink, eat, whatever. Enjoy your friends and family. Enjoy your church family. Peace, sanity, serenity, tranquility, very calm lucidity. Enjoy these things. And here's the thing. These would be like for the men who've been there, done that, maybe measured over relationships, like, you know what? I'm done. No more. It's be about me. Me taking care of myself. And I respect that. I do. I really do. Now you have option three. Find that traditional woman. And I gotta be honest, that's gonna be hard. I'm not gonna lie, that's gonna be very, very hard. You know, they exist, but they're gonna be hard to find. That pool is small. Because you got these my women who are moving heaven and earth trying to indoctrinate these women. Especially they feminists. Oh, forget about it. They will try to move heaven and earth to indoctrinate every single female they get their hands on. But like I said, about a few days, I'm going to post some videos of women who regret taking that turn to being a feminist at a young age. Their pride and ego will not let them see the truth until way past their prime. Some cases in their 50s and 60s, they're saying, like, what have I done? Why have I done this? Now they post videos telling other women, don't fall for this trap, don't fall for the lies, don't fall for the hype. But like I said, it's crazy, but what are you going to do? It's so bonkers. I'd love to be surprised that, in a situation, but I'm not. But there's another option too. Because the first option is like, be a simp and deal with the evil, lazy women. Second option, be about your purpose and all that. Third option, first one, be a simp, deal with the easy, lazy women. Second option, be about your purpose. Third option, deal with traditional women if you can find it. And be very careful you find a woman who claims to be traditional. No, if a woman says she's a little traditional, she's not traditional. And she says she's traditional and as she shows it, and her friends and family confirms it, awesome. But she says she's a little traditional, she's not traditional. No. She cherry-picked things that she thinks is traditional. Like, the one thing I know that a lot of your modern women would never do is be submissive. Yes. You're not going to submit to your man's leadership. You're not. Not. It's not in you. If that's the case, stay single. Or find a good simp. Fourth, my personal favorite, become a passport bro. Because around the world, there are women who are way more likely to be traditional. They were raised to be wives. Unfortunately, I ran across a feminist who said, like, women being forced into marriage. Like, are you serious? We're not savages. Here's the deal. If you don't want to deal with a man and a man try to get with you, say no. The man asks you to marry you, say no. You want to stay single, but leave everybody else alone. Simple as that. But as for the passport bros, yeah. There are countries where women waiting to be wives. You go to China, there'd be women lined up in the street begging to be wives. You think hitting the wall at age 30 is bad? For them, they are hitting the wall. They call themselves hitting the wall at age 25. 25? Are you serious? This is in China. 25. I forgot the Chinese word for it, but if you don't get married by the time you get close to 25, I forgot there's a word for it called you, something like that. And these women, they don't have a body count remotely to the women in the West. Not remotely. The only way these women have a body count close to the women in the West, unless they work in a red light district. Whew. Unbelievable. But let me get off this topic for a bit. Let's do something more fun. Let's talk about Deadpool and Wolverine. Yes, something more fun. Deadpool and Wolverine coming to theaters, I believe, like July 26th. Who is amped for that one? Because I saw the second trailer for Deadpool and Wolverine, and I'm telling you right now, I am beyond stoked. I'm like, I can't wait to see that one. That's going to be so cool. And I saw the second trailer, and I was like, awesome. This is so awesome. Make sure I spell Wolverine right. Was it Wolverine or Wolverine? And the movie's going to be, up this way though, this movie's going to be one for the books. It's going to be great. It won't be woke. Thank goodness. Marvel Disney did not make it woke. Thank goodness. It's about good storytelling. Thankfully. Then again, Ryan Reynolds is at the helm of it. That's why it's going to be good. I've yet to have any complaint from any of the Deadpool movies. The first one is like the big surprise breakout, but people say like, it's not being like, I'm sorry. When it comes to Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds nails it. Second one, nails it. The third one, he's going to crush it. There's no debate about it. When it comes to Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds is totally going to crush it. And Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, yes. It's going to be awesome. No question about it. You can tell. See my jelly beans. Why? Because I can. Simple as that. What else? X-Men 97. Folks, get Disney Plus and go to Marvel and watch X-Men 97. 1 through 7. Say it right now. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, and one right now, episode 5 is going to mess you up. Don't get me wrong. First few episodes make it go like, what? 5's going to mess you up. 6, 7 are going to make it scratch like, whoa, what's going on here? They're doing a fantastic job. I'll be this way. I wish X-Men 97 was like that back then, but I bet you they're not allowed to do it. Now they can. Like I said in one of my videos, we need more than one season of this. We need these several seasons of this X-Men. All I'm asking for, don't make it woke. Don't wait till like we're at this great high of great storytelling and make it woke and kill it. Like they almost did with Snow White with Rachel Zegler. Try to make it woke, and it went from woke to a joke. And to where the Daily Wire is going to come in and take over. It's going to be fun if the Daily Wire mops the floor with Disney if they decided to use Rachel Zegler. I don't think they're going to use Rachel Zegler. They're going to use somebody else who's more accurate. Miss Zegler's like, it's not 1987? No, it's not. I know what year it is, Miss Zegler. I know. I think I'm more aware what year it is than you are. you want a few actresses who not just trash the movie, trash your role, you trash the other actor in there. Are you serious? No wonder think tank before I got a chance to take off. It supposed to premiere early this year, and it's pushed to another year. That's how bad you trashed it. I was thinking, wow. Unbelievable. But number one, how everyone's doing today, because this is, quite interesting. Because this world is totally bonkers. Let me shift something more serious right now. Because you had something called America First under Trump, but now it seems like America is last. How serious was I said America is last? Let me show you what I'm talking about when I said America is last. Starting with what's going on in Chicago right now.
Odd that the homeless citizens of Chicago are put on the streets in these tents, while the people who broke into America illegally are put in the high-rise hotels in the city of downtown Chicago.
Yeah, how funny is that? People who snuck in this country illegally are put on nice hotels. They give them money to spend. They were giving free food like in Chicago. Just like in New York, they're giving money, giving food, board. Meanwhile, everybody else who's struggling is getting crap. And don't get me wrong, they're getting like a stimulus check and all that stuff to hopefully keep the people quiet, maybe buy their votes. No. For starters, the money that you're using to pay the people is our tax dollars. And once again, like, don't get me wrong, my heart goes out to what's going on in the Middle East, but don't we supposed to be worried about what's going on at home first? Apparently, we supposed to take care of our own first. It's like, let's say this apartment's on fire right now, and there's people in here. There's a fire going across the street, but the house is abandoned. So what takes priority? A house where there's no lives in there, and a house where do have lives here. And people say, wait a minute, Tom, there's lives across the sea and all that, and I agree. But how about we take care of our own first here before we start meddling in other countries and all that stuff? Like I said, Israel's an ally, yes. But how can we not take care of our own here? How can we put way more emphasis and take care of people from other countries here first than our own American citizens, especially our veterans? But if you think of it, though, there's an ulterior motive, and these politicians think the people are stupid, but we're not. At least I'm aware, and a lot more people are aware too. They're going to try to use these illegal aliens, immigrants, migrants, whatever you want to call them, as voting blocks. People of color are being replaced. You heard what I said. People of color are being replaced by these illegal migrants, immigrants, aliens, whatever. And they're going to try to do it through the back door, because they allow these people to vote through municipal elections. Oh, really? So why make it think they're not trying to be slick and have them vote through the presidential election? So word of advice, when come to election, you better have so many sets of eyes on certain people to make sure that the election not going to go like it did last time. I have a bad feeling if they're trying to pull that stuff one more time, things will turn ugly. Because this country is going, from America the first to America the dystopian nation, which we don't want. Now we're going down to how people say, like, well, it works in Europe. No, it don't. And the worst part, Bill Maher, of all people, makes sense when he speaks like this.
Which always like to use, well, Europe does it. Yeah, no, that doesn't work on this one anymore. Or on immigration. Sweden opened its borders to over 1.5 million immigrants since 2010, and now 20% of its citizens are foreign-born, and its education system is tanking, and it has Europe's highest rate of gangland killings. And one result is that the far-right parties are in the government now there for the first time. To which liberals say blaming immigrants for the rising crime rate is racist. Yeah, but is it true? Of course it's true. It's not a coincidence the quality of life went down after the Somali gangs started a drug turf war using hand grenades. Calling it racist doesn't solve the problem. It hands future elections to someone who will solve the problem and who, I promise, you're not going to like.
Hand grenades. Hand grenades. I'm laughing at the people who say like, you gotta take guns away from people. Like, sure, you can take guns away from people, and this is one of the best points. Using hand grenades. Overkill, bro. That's overkill. I laugh at these people. Like, there's this TikTok mob say about taking guns away, taking guns away from law-abiding citizens. And I'm laughing hysterically because you make it sound like, well, you take the guns away, crime will go down, violence will go down. And I'm going like, ma'am, have you lost your mind? And she got probably say, oh, you one of those gun nuts for the right wing who loves their guns. Now we love our guns. I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate guns. The idea of possibly owning a gun makes me sick to my stomach, but it means I can protect my family, my loved ones. Yes, I will go to a gun range and practice till I get it right. Because if I gotta use that gun, I'll make sure I use it when I have no other choice. I'd rather have a gun on me for my protection than be in a situation where I wish I had one. And like I said, that woman who talks too much smack about people who own guns, she must live in a real safe, perfect community where hardly any crimes take place and all that, and nothing happens. As I said before, she lives in this nice crystal castle. Must be nice. What about everybody else? What about everybody else where the cops can't be there in 5 minutes or less? And sometimes, well, not sometimes, most of the time, it's too late. After 5 minutes, you're either like a victim or in a body bag. Because criminals don't care. It's kind of weird. The moment that Bill Maher started making sense when it comes to immigration, yeah. You know you're in trouble. You know this country's in serious trouble when it comes to that. Just say. And then we go to a part about how we treat family. Let's face facts. We need fathers in our lives more than ever. You modern women, not all. Some of you modern women, you say like they're deadbeat dads, and I'll be the last one that said they don't exist. They do exist, unfortunately. There's a deadbeat dads who do exist. But what about not my deadbeat moms, but moms who are liable? I saw a story about a mom and her boyfriend responsible for the murder of her daughter. Meanwhile, the father would try to get custody of the daughter because he knew for they abuse his daughter, but they won't let him have his daughter. In the court case, when they testified and he got sentenced, he confronted his ex-wife and said, why? And all that. And she said that he's not worthy to be the father, you're a loser. How on earth can that woman, who used to be the mother of that poor girl, who was murdered by her boyfriend, open mouth and said these words? Then the father, of course, is heartbroken on that. No, I think deep inside that woman did that to really hurt her ex-husband. Anyway, they both deserve life sentences, plain and simple. It disgusts me. The reality is, like, we need fathers, especially those who wants to be there in a child's life. For example, like say you haven't seen your father in so many years. Let's say you haven't seen your father since he was a little boy. How would you feel? How would you react? You wonder? Well, you have to wonder. Check this out.
What's up, man?
It's okay, Dad. I know my feelings.
That's deep. That hits deep. I'm so sick and tired of women who got this attitude saying like, oh, their sons don't need a father. Yes, they do. They at least need a strong, positive father figure. Because women think that, trust me, boys need fathers. Boys need strong male role models. You wonder why some of these boys are wild in the streets? Because if the father's not there to guide them, somebody else who is not so wholesome is going to have them under their learning tree, and it won't be good. I promise you that. And like I said, I'm not saying men are saints, but my problem is there are a lot of women who think they are while they're not. You think I'm kidding? Women will use the children as pawns to even punish their exes. You think I'm kidding? Check this one out.
About they be crying.
I don't care. I told you stop playing with
This
me.
motherfucker cut my baby hair out of here.
So then,
Look at that
now
shit.
what?
That shit sad. Hurt
Now
my
what?
baby feeling.
Now what?
Cause you don't hurt the dad,
I
you
don't
hurt her
care. I
feelings.
do
You
my
hurt my
own
baby
girl
feelings.
hair.
My
I do
baby
my
sat
own
there
girl
for 2
hair.
hours.
I do my own girl hair.
My baby sat there for 2 hours.
Stop playing with me. Go.
My baby sitting about this.
That is disgusting. That's borderline child abuse. Come on, are you serious? Because what, you got beef with the father, you could take it out on the daughter? Are you serious? What's wrong with you women? The sad reality, like, not all women are like that, thank God. But women like them, they exist. They exist. As responsibility of your other women to hold their feet to the fire. So what's wrong with you? You can think that little girl be okay with it? No. She gonna remember that. That'd be one of the traumas that she gonna carry with for the rest of her life. It doesn't end there even. It don't. Because I hear too many stories about how sons are being told by the mothers, oh, the father don't care about you, you're a mistake, and that this and the third. While reality, they're using, their sons as a pawn as well to punish their father. Check this one out too, folks.
From my dad for 26 years. You know what kept me away from him? My mom told me that my dad said I was a mistake and kept me away from my father. Every time, this been looking for me since I was a kid.
Yeah.
He's been looking for me. I finally talked to my dad. He's a good dude. My mom told me my dad has not paid child support since I was a kid. I finally meet this. He has envelopes full of shit proof showing he's been paying child support. My mom calls me. What you doing, baby? What's going on? I'm at my dad's house. What the you doing at the house? Didn't I say don't discuss family business? My dad bust through the door and snatched the phone. I was trying to, no. He's like, hello? Put my son back on the phone. No, it's my son too. What do you want? Put my son back on the phone. And my dad loses it. Going in on my mom. And I'm listening to my mom. All that slapping, abuse, and beating me up, choking me when I'm on the floor, beating me with belts, wrapping hangers around other hangers. My mom turned into a 2-year-old little girl when my dad started talking to her. She talked to me like my entire life. He's yelling on the phone, you mad because I left you. And I didn't want to be with you no more. And you kept my son away from me as a weapon. Whenever my mom would get pissed off by my dad or my sister's dad, she would say, we'll never see your son again.
That happens way more often than you think. Trust me. This ain't the first time I heard of it. It ought to be on video. I hear it from word of mouth from so many different people. And you wonder why sons grow up to be horrible fathers, horrible husbands. You wonder why. These moms think they're doing their sons a favor. No, they're not. No, you're not. We got to do a better job of treating each other better, much better. I laugh at some of these, especially the black person, like, why are you going to the other races? Why are you going to the other races? Well, guess what? It's not because of other races. There are good traditional black women, but there's a small number of them. It's almost impossible to find them. And here's the thing: other women, they're more traditional. Some may come and say, why you guys go to the white women? They're more traditional than you. Why you go to Hispanic? Okay, Juan, if you're gonna start trouble, Juan, I have you banned. That's one of my friends by the name of Juan. He's like the heckler on my YouTube page. Hold on a second, let me put this fool in his place, because if I know him, he's gonna start his crap again. Don't start your crap. Yeah, he's like the heckler of my YouTube channel. Want to try to be? You just want to try to be funny on that stuff. In fact, let me ask this guy. What's the? And Juan's laughing. Why are you laughing, Juan? You look in the mirror again, you fool. But long story short, folks, we got to do a better job of treating each other better. Seriously. Because right now, and I want to know about this, like ever since like the rise of the drizzle era or the soft guy era, women are losing their minds. But guess what? The same unrealistic expectations women expect from us, the drizzle men are firing right back at the women, and the women are getting mad, getting crazy. They try to be insulting the men, but if you think about it, the moment stop being insulting and disrespectful to men on a higher level, that means it's working because women are getting mad. Men right now, more than ever, they're like walking away. But the reason women are acting all bold like that, because there's a whole bunch of simps out there who would cater to them. There's a whole bunch of simps, wimps, beta males, soy boys who will bend the knee to these modern women. And in terms of feminism, it's no longer about equality. No, it's past that. It's not about equality with these feminists. It's about supremacy. And as so long as these simps, wimps, beta males, and soy boys bend the knee, these might well be placated. They'll be happy. But here's the thing. Sooner or later, even these minor males will wake up one day because they're going to see enough of the average man. Key words, they see enough of the average men who are either A, go their own way to enjoy their peace, enjoy their tranquility and serenity, or finding actual traditional women, or going overseas, getting their passports, find traditional women. They're going to say, you know what? I want to have what they have. I want to be happy. I would like to come home to a woman who cares and loves and respects me as much as I care, love, and respect her. That's what I want. These simps are going to wake up. Now, when the moment that the simp starts to wake up, that's when the modern woman will really, really get scared. There's a sign straight of women like making some videos, maybe TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, saying like, you know, how life is starting to suck for them. I see a video about this one woman who divorced her husband. She left him. And meanwhile, like, despite the fact her husband lost, you know, a lot financially, but he's recovering. And most importantly, he's thriving. She say, in one sense, it's a beautiful thing, but in another sense, it's triggering because now she's struggling. She has kids to take care of. But wait a minute, ma'am. Weren't you the one who left your husband, who divorced him? Because over 80% of divorces are initiated by women. Why? Because they're not happy. That's a huge difference between men and women. Men will sacrifice their happiness for the sake of marriage. Women will destroy the marriage because for the sake of their happiness. Women say, I'm not happy. I said before, I said it again, I'll go by the 3 A's. The first one, if your husband's abusive, leave him. You don't have to say another word. If he's physically abusive, leave him. Even for the sake of argument, he gets treatment for his anger issues, what have you not, leave him. 2, addiction. Same thing. That you got, gotta decide, but still, same deal. If you don't want enough to deal with him because he has addiction that really messed up your life and the family's life, understood. Or the final one, adultery. In other words, he can't keep it in his pants. If he can't stop cheating, you have a right to leave him. It's because like you're bored, you're not happy. Guess what? I said before, I say it again. When you take the wedding vows, each of the vows is like a last chance to walk away. It's like a warning. In sickness and in health. Guess what? It's not like you got the sniffles or a runny nose. No, somebody be like deathly ill. Pneumonia, God forbid, cancer. Yeah, that's going to test you. Good times, for better, for worse. There'll be times you have some great old times. You can have total nightmares happen. You have all sorts of tragedies happen. That's really going to test your relationship. Rich or poor, and that's the big one right there. Because I hear too many stories how, the man be doing great, making 6 figures. The moment he loses his job or can't work, the wife leaves for the dude who makes about twice as much as the husband, has more fancy car, fancy house, all that stuff. Yeah. So keep in mind, ladies, I said before in one of my videos, I say it once again, the wedding is not the finish line. The wedding is the ready, set, go. Plain and simple. I said what I said. And with that, I'll go ahead and end the stream. I want to thank anybody who was there who, I got to thank Juan, even though he acted like a bit of a clown, I got to thank him at least showing up and all that. Anybody else who has any questions, anything you want to add to it, feel free. Other than that, folks, peace, love,